Hey, welcome back to another episode of OUTSIDEIN.
You got to for honest conversation about relationships and marriage.
So if you are ready, let's go.
Wow, that was nice.
Penat tau. Kena kepit dia punya pipi.
Maybe macam gini. So we are back today with our...
Sudahlah. We are back today with our guest from the previous episode.
Yeah.
Hachibi pula.
Ashirul
and
Alia.
Alia.
Yes.
Hachibi tu nama TikTok dia. So
Yes.
korang follow lah TikTok dia ya, Hachibi.
Hachibi.
Mana tahu dia jadi content creator dalam masa depan ke pasal motor arai dia. Motor arai pula, Arwan. Motor Arwan, arai helmet. InsyaAllah. So for today, we're going to be talking more about the different generations.
Different generations, and then Ashirul and Alia also have questions for us.
Yeah.
So
panas.
stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I realized when from our older generation lah, from who I know in the people that I met in my life, dorang selalunya, especially for the men lah, they don't really want to listen to all these kind of things. Tu pasal kita punya listeners for OUTSIDEIN pun generally is female.
Yeah.
Ya, pasal ada salah satu hamba lelaki ni. Yeah, so dia punya apa, the fact that old men in general do not really listen to how to improve relationships and all that. And then especially in the older generation, lelaki very stoic and just really, I'm the man of the house, you all listen to whatever I have to say, and then lelaki bini kerja tak kisah, bini tetap kena buat semua benda, things like that, right? So I feel like it's about time as the up and coming generation to start to break that circle, because I really feel that it's not fair for just
The
ladies to do the housework and things like that. Okay, not for the fact about Rasul, we like to emulate our Rasul who does things and all that lah, kan? I mean, he himself set an example for us men to do the housework and whatnot, to lift the burden of the women. And I don't know in which part of the timeline that changed to the fact that lelaki patutnya digelarkan macam raja di dalam rumah. We need to start to improve as men to change the view of working together in a relationship, or finding knowledge to improve the relationship, finding out more about how we as men can help our partners, our wives, our queens, in giving a better balanced life.
Okay, so now I nak tanya Hachibi, why Hachibi
lagi?
Ashirul, why when did you first listen to us?
I think first episode.
First episode
Onwards.
Then why do you stay
It's like
sampai sekarang ni?
Pasal aku handsome. Tidak.
the advice that you give and other people datang yang kat podcast ni kan is good advice. I would say it's good advice. And you can learn from it. Pasal orang yang kasih advice ni is, I would say from their past mistakes semua, and they want to let people know that how to avoid this advice and how to avoid this advice. How to avoid this
situation.
Yeah.
He listens to us because he feels the need to learn from people's actions and experiences.
Quite a few Malay listeners starting to listen to us. So
Malay,
Alhamdulillah.
Memang kita punya semua Malay. Kita berbual Melayu ni macam mana?
Lelaki
Ya,
yang
Alhamdulillah.
start listening to us, and we feel so macam wah, our content macam resonates lah to them, and they can also ada yang apa the girlfriend or the tunang or the wife or whoever it is dengar and then share with the partner, and then the partner also macam makasih gitu. Okay lah, so maybe we'll open the table to Ashirul and Alia.
Nak screwdriver tak?
To ask alamak ni, to ask some questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why we're doing this is because we sometimes when we were younger, we feel that to talk about these kind of things with our significant older generation is a bit hard. So we do not want to, like I said, we want to break the circle, the cycle. So we want to share whatever that we can share and discuss whatever we can discuss openly, so that we can all learn from it. Yeah.
Betul.
So yeah, Alia, Shirul, silakan. Okay, anak Alia tanya.
Okay. So our first question, so why do parents like to complicate things when we want to do what we want in like our tunang or wedding? Like for instance, like we want, like example lah, a couple wants a small like nikah, tak ada macam majlis at all, and then parents want to like have a big majlis. Yeah, so why do they like macam nak lebih-lebihkan? Like what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so ni kita maybe it wouldn't come from the point of advice, but more of our opinion lah. Okay.
Lagu seram pasal I tengah seram.
So I think the reason why parents, okay, the first thing we have to understand is parents always want to be involved, especially in very important milestones in our life. Doesn't matter lah, birthday ke, tunang ke, graduation ke, apa tah lagi perkahwinan, right? So itu memang kita kena faham. Macam the traditional punya mak bapak punya mindset, their generation,
bergotong royong, the whole village comes to the houses and things like that.
Yeah, so maybe they want to hidupkan that tradition.
I remember my mom saying this to me lah. She wants people to know that I'm getting married. She wants, and then my dad also mentioned something about they especially for me, I'm like the only son. I have 2 younger sisters, but I'm the only son, right? And they want to make it grand for me because I'm their son, and they are very proud of how far I've come and things like that. So to them, they to have a small wedding would be macam tak syok lah in a way. Yeah, but kalau mampu, why not? That was their mindset lah. But maybe COVID saved us in a way. Yeah, we got a COVID wedding lah. But at the same time, there's always this stigma that this stigma, I don't know whether or not it's still around, but back then there's this fact that was very prominent. Kalau orang tak nak majlis, something went wrong somewhere. Yeah. Selalunya diorang semua kalau nikah aje, nanti the first thing that comes out of people's mouth is ni apa, anak luar nikah. They thought it's shotgun. Kahwin kecil apa, diorang buat nikah aje, mesti shotgun. So this stigma is something that is boleh mendatangkan fitnah. I think your mom shared with us about the purpose of having a majlis.
Okay, maybe I share.
Yes.
So my mom pula, her advice was like, kita buat memang nikah tu wajib, majlis tu tak payah sepatutnya kan, tapi majlis tu kita think of it as kita jemput kita punya saudara-saudara, kawan-kawan semua, and we sedekah in terms of giving them food. Yeah, so ada berkat dekat dalam majlis tu. Yeah, so majlis besar-besar tu we have to have the right intention lah, bukan besar-besar nak tunjuk kita punya status or whatever.
Kemewahan ke apa.
But instead we think of it as kita nak kita punya majlis and kita punya pernikahan berkat,
and also doa-doa kita punya kawan dengan family.
Yeah, so the majlis tu you try to put in as much berkat as possible. You kasih makan, and then ada macam tahlil. No lah, sebelum selalu sebelum nikah tu nanti ada tahlil, ada surah-surah, things like that. So the majlis tu kita buatkan dia sebagai something that is good lah. Kita banyak-banyakkan berkat kat situ. So banyak orang doakan kita pun give sedekah and things like that. Yeah.
So I guess it's not wrong to have a small wedding. It's not wrong to have a big wedding. But kita punya niat tu I guess is what is important.
Yeah, the most important thing is your niat.
Niat and kemampuan. Yes, kalau kita tak mampu, kalau gaji kita 1,000, nak buat event 10,000, cari naas. Does it answer your question? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So nak wedding besar ke wedding kecil? Belum tahu lagi ya.
Nice.
Tak nak wedding, nak honeymoon je.
Syazwan.
Tapi betul tak, some people don't have a big wedding but their honeymoon are like sebulan 2 bulan kind of thing. Pasal they save like 30k. For example, 30k for wedding can be used for 30k punya honeymoon. Yeah. Syuk sih.
Yeah. Actually mahal tau wedding ni.
Mahal.
1 hari je kot.
Jangan,
beribu-ribu.
not even 1 hari, 8 jam je.
8 jam je.
8 jam. You wake up subuh, then you mandi, then gebuk, pukul 6, okay, bye-bye, tutup tirai.
Tak apalah, kita fikir yang positif Kita sedekah.
Kita pun dah lepas pun.
Berkat, okay.
Yes.
Doa. Gitu.
We had this talk before.
What is it?
Kita actually plan to macam what is important for these three. Housing. First is housing. Second is the wedding itself. Or the last one is honeymoon. Then we have different answers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it?
Come, share, please
Yeah.
share.
Yeah.
My answer was actually house.
House
First.
first.
Yeah, house.
Okay.
Hashrus first?
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
Because I would rather use that money to make us like
Have a
Yeah.
create a memory lah.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Yeah, it's
from
not
either
wrong.
party. Yeah.
I mean kalau mampu, I mean boleh pergi dua-dua apa. Kan satu businessman, lagi satu pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Mesti okay punya. InsyaAllah.
4-5 years.
Yeah.
InsyaAllah.
Lepas tu dah apa, I mean if let's say you are working hard for the house, I mean okay, the thing about Singapore is house means both of you have to work for it. CPF lah tu, and then the furniture in the house comes with cash lah, which means savings. So you save for a wedding, you save for a house, you save for honeymoon. So which one you want to prioritize? Then that will be, yalah, you have time to think about it. But jangan lupa bilang kita. Nak ikut juga.
Okay, ada lagi
Okay,
soalan?
ada lagi tak?
Okay, ada. So like this one applies more towards hantaran. Why is hantaran need or must? So for example, okay, let's say the guy per month earns 2K and the partner parents told him hantaran is 20K.
20.
Just so to get his daughter hands in marriage. But the guy dah cakap with her parents that he can't achieve that quota walaupun kerja Grab, etc. Example lah. So then in the end the parent tak sah marriage pasal tak boleh dapat the hantaran they asked for. So what are your thoughts on this?
You go first.
My thoughts
I watched the video about this. I'll share it later.
Okay, so I guess this question really depends on your future mother-in-law lah. Yeah, you need to sit down and
Panas.
lah, really lah. It really depends lah. Cause you nak kahwin orang tu, dia punya parents yang
So
the person that matters.
bakal mak semua yang dengar ni, mak bapak yang dengar ni, janganlah susahkan anak kau. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, last episode, one of the episode kan
Is it?
cakap
Pasal hantaran.
yeah, pasal hantaran macam I think the wife said jangan susahkan the husband.
Yes.
Correct. This one really depends on your upbringing and like your parents lah. Because I keep hearing macam horror stories kan. Tapi orang tak berbual pasal the good parents. The because my parent, it's not like that.
The general thing that I've been reading from the comments lah that we've been receiving for this hantaran topic, right? A lot of them are saying, "Abi kalau nak hantaran ni boleh pakai untuk rumah, boleh pakai untuk ni gini." So memang bagus. You know, when you have the hantaran, you can use for a lot of things for to start a marriage per se. Tetapi ada kalanya this hantaran yang diberi oleh sang suami kepada isteri tak pergi kat dia punya marriage, but it goes to the parents, you know, of the lady, of the wife lah, for example. And that will be when people will ask, buat apa? Kau jual anak kau ke? You know, that will be the topic of conversation then. But there are some, if it's good, goes back to the couple, use it for marriage, memang tu kita akan feel okay, it's good. You know, you both saved up 30k or 20k, in this example 20k. You both save up 20k, you can really do a lot of things with it. With that 20k in this day and age. But if that 20k you setakat bayar kepada your mother-in-law, for example, your future mother-in-law, that is just, I'm paying you. To me lah, my opinion, I'm paying you for your daughter. Thank you for, I'm buying your daughter from you. You know, if that happens, which people did not say in kita punya comment section, that I feel that I need to address it as well. So when not everybody is blessed with great parents who give back the duit hantaran. Some take the duit hantaran and say, aku dah raise my children. This is the value that I put to my daughter, for example.
Ada ke?
Ada.
Serious?
Yes. That's why I dare to say. That's why I want to speak on behalf of those yang kena macam gini. Dia tak kasih kahwin pasal dia tak boleh dapat 20,000. So either, okay, number one is mungkin the lifestyle that the girl has been up there, for example. Like to a point that if you cannot even afford this $20,000, you cannot afford to give her the life that I as the father gave her. And that is something that is we talked about it as well. Okay? That is something that as a future husband, you need to be able to give the life that your potential wife has been living. That is what I was taught lah. And but at the same time, if the wife can agree to take a step down, for example, if let's say the guy cannot match up, right? If the wife can take a step down and is agreeable, then alhamdulillah boleh. Yeah, that'll be good lah.
No, because I cannot relate to those yang macam I dengar cerita lah. Because like I said, my mum is not like that. So if we take this thing out of the equation kan, hantaran is not wajib. Oh, it's not wajib. Yang wajib tu mas kahwin.
Mas kahwin.
Yeah, so I hope lah we all as a community can have this understanding. Yeah, so itu je lah I punya komen.
Yeah, but of course at the same time, if you want to use hantaran as a measure of how you can save, then okay. I think I'm saying all this from the comments that I've been receiving, and banyak gila komen cakap macam gitu. That it's a good benchmark lah, blah blah blah. But yeah, like I said earlier, if let's say the father give the daughter this kind of life and the husband cannot match up, then maybe to the daughter, to the father is you cannot give her the life that she deserves.
But what about you all? Alia, what do you think about hantaran?
I don't have much opinion on it yet because I think I'm not as exposed to it yet. But based on my brothers, sebab 2 dah kahwin dan 1 gonna get married soon. Because they are guys, right? So they will provide the hantaran. But for me, it'll be more different because I'm the girl.
Yes.
Knowing my parents, they won't take the money. They will eventually give it to us, inshallah, when we are getting married lah. So I don't think anything negative is gonna happen for Hashim lah.
InsyaAllah.
Lega, tengok muka dia lega. Dia macam, oh baiklah, boleh pergi Disneyland lah.
Yeah, that's why I say it really depends on the girl's parents.
Yeah. So I mean, for the specific example that you gave, the father don't allow the daughter to marry to the future husband because dia tak boleh dapat 20,000. No matter how hard he worked, then there is definitely as a
tu macam
sedih sikit lah. It's very sad to hear. Yeah. But of course, as a man, berbual dengan the father. You know, it's like, cik, Assalamualaikum cik, saya dah sedaya upaya bekerja, tapi ini je saya mampu. Tetapi saya janji saya akan jaga anak cik sampai ke akhir hayat.
Wow.
Dan dia tak akan pergi satu hari pun tanpa nasi di dalam pinggan, for example lah.
I personally also want to know whether my future husband can have the discipline to save. Yeah, I as a woman, I need that security as well. So the amount doesn't need to be extravagant, but I just need to see every month. I tengok okay, orang dia macam mana, boros ke, tahu simpan duit ke. Kalau tak tahu simpan duit pun, you have that, you know, bila dah tunang nak ikat kahwin tu, that is the period that you should show each other lah, macam your commitment. Yeah, so it's very very possible lah kita tunang 1.5 years later kahwin.
Yeah, and I had zero savings before that.
Zero. Wow. He had zero savings. But our hantaran was okay, our hantaran is this much, and he could save up for it on top of the wedding and honeymoon and everything else. Yeah. So it's very possible.
She's clapping for me.
Yes,
tapi tadi kan bila cakap pasal saving kan, Alia dah tengok kat Asyur. Dia dah garuk dah. Beli arai
Boleh. I think Asyur can.
Yeah. I mean, okay, pasal korang masih in a long way kan, for now lah. So you're learning. But it's not. It's never too late it's never too early to start.
Yes, correct. Never too early to start.
But for example lah, kita save sekarang, for example. The good thing is the longer period that you have, the lesser you can lesser you have to save per month. For example,
You save 100, 200 every month pun okay.
yeah, kita kirakan sekarang $100 per month times 12 month, 1,200. 5 years, just 6,000. Tak cukup. Okay, more.
Oh, tak cukup. Sorry.
Tak cukup.
Up sikit.
1 month, 500. That will be 30k. By 5 years.
By 5 years, yes.
Oh, my maths good.
Berapa 30k?
30k.
30k we 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Kerja apa sia 1.5 hours 30k?
1.5 years Wow, how did we pull that off?
Kan, alhamdulillah. We did it. High five.
Yes. Yalah, kalau dah ada niat tu.
Cute lah. I suka.
Cute.
Hi, we are from Your Reno Works.
Yes. Okay, we are back with Your Reno Works, and today they'll be sharing with us some tips for those of you who are renovating your houses, you know.
So I believe dalam market ni pun actually ramai lah renovation companies kan. So you also need to actually filter out lah siapa or how you want to filter your renovation contractor.
Correct.
First actually I think we shared before lah the reviews lah.
Yeah.
So reviews is one of the few things that you need to share. Things that you can ask your contractors or your IDs is actually to see dorang punya workmanship. So the workmanship, how are you going to able to see dorang punya workmanship is actually pergi lah, minta dorang pergi the current site lah.
Okay.
Whichever site yang dorang tengah actually ongoing, you go and see the workmanship. Okay ke tak?
You can just tell for example, for your Reno Works, you can just ask your consultant, say, can I come down to the house, tengok-tengok sikit apa yang dah buat, you know that.
Correct.
Tak ada obligation lah.
No obligation. Even though sebelum sign ke pun boleh juga. The very biggest tip of all is actually when kita sign for a quotation, I believe throughout the whole industry semua ada payment schedule.
Payment schedule, okay.
So dorang ada pecahan-pecahan dorang lah. Whether it's like 5, 10, 5, 20, 35, 5 ke whatever the percentage is lah. So follow the payment schedule.
Okay.
If you follow the payment schedule, it actually reduce your chance to kena makan lah. So that is the biggest tip yang I feel that everyone should take away from. Don't go and take 80% payment upfront then another 20 later part lah kan.
Itu ada high chance pun boleh
kena goreng jugalah kan.
80% tu banyak juga.
Banyak. When you are talking about $50,000 punya project, 80% is a lot, no?
Yeah.
Consumers nowadays, they like to compare. So compare is okay. But sometimes when you receive a too low, too cheap punya price, also must be very careful.
Seram-seram juga.
Pasal kadang-kadang because I work with comment before. One of the tactics, diorang akan quote you very very low. Sometimes below the market rate, just to pancing you lah.
Okay.
So once you pancing, they take the deposit, they go missing.
So the best is to always check with another company ke?
Yeah, you can check with another company or the one that you got the lowest price. Like what Latif say, go to their work site, check their workmanship, check their review, check their portfolios, you know, all these things lah. Kalau dorang ambil your duit tak buat apa-apa, dorang lari, you report, salah.
Okay.
But then kalau dorang ambil your duit, dorang buat hacking, lepas tu dorang hilang. Basically, I think the law also there's nothing much can be done lah. Because it's not like dorang tak buat apa-apa, dorang buat
ada hacking lah.
dorang ada tu first stage of hacking, ada bikin.
So
And then orang cakap company bankrupt. Company tak boleh bikin, company tak ada duit.
Another tips yang I nak share pasal quotation kan, as a customer kan, dorang selalu suka tengok dia punya harga. Okay, so one tips yang I boleh share is make sure it's apple to apple.
Macam my quotation is higher than the other quotation. And then when I get to know, if I were to remove the items from my quotation, which my quotation is cheaper than that quotation. So you really have to compare apple to apple.
Tak mau tengok just the overall pricing lah. Just see the details and all that.
Okay, so once you call us, you'll be assigned to a Reno specialist. So upon the Reno specialist may contact with you all, nanti of course lah kita buat perjanjian jumpa. So ideally is on site. Kita jumpa on site, kita boleh buat measurement semua. Kalau tak ada on site, rumah belum dapat, kunci belum dapat, it's over the floor plan. Then after we will actually provide you a quotation lah.
Okay.
Your quotation should fall within a week. After yang quotation dah siap tu pun, actually ideally also kita jumpa lagi
for confirmation.
Kita lay out the quotation, kita explain to you pointers to pointers. Apa yang telah di-charge. So lepas kita dah explain pointers to pointers on the quotation, that's where actually we will discuss further. Actually macam kita ada miss anything, then macam terlepas apa-apa ke, then we can add on into the quotation lah. Then and there. Okay. Then after actually you all can decide and think how you want to go further from there.
Okay. So this consultation yang korang for those who want to call you, is it considered a free consultation?
Yes, it's a free non-obligation lah.
Don't be afraid. just come down, free consultation. In order for us to quote you, we need to know all these details.
So if kalau kita punya listeners were to engage you guys, macam mana tu?
Okay, you can inquire, you can call us or send us a WhatsApp dekat 83837879. For IG, Facebook dengan TikTok is Your Reno Works. For website is www.yourrenoworks.com.
But just now when I was talking about the savings and everything, I think Alia also like agreed.
Yeah.
So you agree lah kan, as a girl kita pun nak tahu whether this man can actually you know support us financially at least.
Tapi kadang-kadang don't treat yourself too badly lah. Always do within your means, and then at the same time remember to treat yourself, remember to reward yourself after all the hard work they have done.
And now also both the woman and man is working, so kita, I would say lah, I'm quite an independent lady, and I'm sure Ali also is an independent lady. Dia tak macam gini dengan suami, you know, every month.
Abang Hashirul, I nak duit pergi shopping.
Yeah, no, I don't think she's like that. We have our own savings, but then we also need to know that our partner, you know, has savings as well. Tu je.
Untuk masa depan yang cerah.
Untuk masa depan. Betul. Okay.
Sediakan payung sebelum
hujan.
Sebelum ada tanda.
Boleh juga.
Even after kalau kita tengah dating semua kan, kalau I pay for the food, dia macam rasa
tak happy. I mean tak comfortable lah.
Guilty macam like
Guilty.
Okay, I want to touch about this a bit. Okay. It's chivalry for men to pay for the woman. But that is what my father taught me when I was younger. He always say, that time there was one time I was eating with a friend of mine who is a lady, and then the first thing he asked, no Farah. Yeah, when I was still younger lah. kawan sekolah I. Yeah, then after that he saw me and he was like, then he came over, yang tahu bayar tak? Then they were like, my friend was like, tak, men should pay for a girl's meal. I was like, okay.
Siapa cakap?
My father.
Oh, your father, Papa. Oh, wow.
He was like, yang bayar tak? Yang kena bayar next time. Yeah, pasal
that was your upbringing.
Yeah, my upbringing is that I need to, you know, like I say, traditional man. Yeah, but of course, chivalry is something that can be accepted or might not be accepted. And if let's say your relationship is in such a let's say in your relationship is such a way that you both work for it together, you know, pay for your own meals, you split the bills, and I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean sekali Allah sekali-sekala kalau Hashir dapat extra sikit kan, biaya. Yeah. Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
It depends on your own relationship.
Yeah.
We always tell people do what works for you.
Yeah.
Don't do what other people do just because other people do.
Yeah.
What works for you? If it works for you, do it. If it doesn't, then buang. Yeah. What
So
works for you,
okay.
works for you.
Now I want to ask, when you feel guilty kan, what do you do? Okay.
I would pay him back.
Really?
Yeah.
then I will like
Then
Asal you bayar balik?
He-
Gitu.
asal bayar balik.
either say that or dia sneaky, so he'll pay me back.
Cute je korang.
Ding dong.
And the thing about my pay now is dia tak keluar notification. I don't know why. So I won't realise until like few days later.
Let's say kalau korang penau. You don't know what to do with the money, kasi aku dah. Aku bakal kau burger. But yeah, I guess this is a sweet thing lah. I mean, you can see Hashirul is a very gentleman. Yeah, he's very gentleman. He wants to treat his lady to a good meal and things like that.
Yeah, but tapi really if he have extra money, just let him pay.
Tak salah. But if you feel guilty, then it's your responsibility to tell her, jangan rasa guilty. I ada extra for myself. Let her feel assured that you are okay.
Tak.
Yeah.
I think kalau I cakap itu pun nanti
Lagi dia payah juga.
betul ke? Macam betul. Ayang. Ada cukup ke tak? Ada tak ada.
Okay lah. I guess cute lah.
Yeah, very cute.
Because he has responsibilities, right? He has his bike. Then he has 2 cats also. That's his like children. So like I also am worried about all his responsibilities. as well.
She's looking up for him also.
Korang sweet lah.
Tapi I already plan ahead macam like okay. Kalau ada spare, kasih je.
You know what would be good tak? To make sure she doesn't feel this guilt that she's feeling. Come up with a spreadsheet.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
It works for her. It might work for her
I
too.
love spreadsheets.
I love spreadsheet.
Oh my goodness. Kita ada tak? Cukup tak? Okay, go. Kan?
Gitu.
Yeah, in a way it's for kalau if that's her style, then yalah kita make her feel assured about yourself. Pasal couple kan. But if dia bayar balik, if dia betul-betul kata okay, don't pay, you pay for your share, she pay for her share, then you got more money to save lah. Then the money that she pay you, put in a fund. You have that?
We have a fun.
Wow, you have a fun.
Because we are,
combined fun.
because we already talk macam like we want to have a future with each other kan.
Oh, that's so
So,
good.
my goodness.
Uh,
Masya Allah.
I told her like I'll just apply for joint account lah.
Wow.
Joint account then
But the fun is we're not rushing lah.
Yeah.
We're
Yes,
just
yes.
there.
yeah.
So like this kind of money masukkan kat dalam.
Wow.
Baguslah diorang.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Please, orang yang dengar-dengar yang semua, yang muda-muda ni, ikutlah Hashidul dengan Alia. Bagus cara diorang.
because we think of the long run lah. Kita dating bukan pasal macam like break up for 6 months then cari perempuan lain ke laki lain. No, because we
Want to
really
get married.
Yes.
And don't want to waste time also lah.
Pasal imagine you spend 4 years ke 7 years dengan the person that you love. Then satu hari
Just
putus.
because,
Then the memories you or the person will have the scars. What?
correct.
Then you will tend to be afraid to love again. So you will experience this again.
So you work
Yeah.
on your relationship. Like they say, like if there's a spoiled bulb in the house, you don't change the house, you change the bulb.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fix
yes,
the bulb.
correct. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so proud. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I suka.
Wow.
Wah, okay.
Nice,
So
nice.
I hope they answered the question. Kita melirik sikit tapi tak apa. Soalan ketiga.
Soalan ketiga.
Next question, dia actually ada correlate dengan first question lah.
First
So,
question, okay.
what are your thoughts on parents of both bride and groom always find the need to invite relatives or friends of theirs that we've never seen before or last met decades ago?
Lagi-lagi sebelum COVID kan. Oh, datang. Siapa ni kat duduk kat meja ni kan?
Opinion
Opinion je. Okay. Siapa-siapa yang mendengar kalau rasa tersinggung mungkin kepada kau. Tidak lah. Okay.
It's even harder for us because we had a COVID wedding and there was a restrictive pack thing. So macam siapa yang nak masukkan ni? And then we want certain people to be in, but then
so
it's very stressful. Yeah,
it was stressful for us. Pasal
Very stressful.
parents want certain number, and
we also want to
we also
invite
want to
our
have
close
our friends,
friends.
things like that, right? And it was very sensitive, but to us, okay, we talk about COVID wedding itself. How we dealt with it was that I put a straight line to my parents. I said, this is the amount of people that I want. I'm going to give you this amount of people because I will also want my close friends to be there as well. So alhamdulillah, it was okay for us. Pasal kita mungkin lah, pasal I told her I told her this is my that someone said what? The checklist. Have you met them for the last year? Have you talked to them? You know, that kind of thing. And if they don't meet any of the criteria, they go out last. You know, kind of thing. Yeah, but for the wedding itself, like sekarang ni back to 1,000 packs and whatnot, it's a norm lah, I would say, for parents to involve their own friends or their
relatives
yang berzaman-zaman tak jumpa.
Distant relatives.
Pasal like I think back to the first part is where we want to share news to our friends and family, and parents also be like, my father said this. I'm proud of my kids. So I want them to see how big my kids are now. Tapi kadang-kadang diorang datang, diorang tak tengok kids dia, diorang tengok member lepak-lepak gitu.
Yeah, but so my opinion is now kalau the packs dah back to normal, right, macam 1,500 things like that. If the people that you both personally want to invite is already in the list, and then after that, to me is like tak apalah, biarlah my parents nak invite siapa pun. Yeah,
Tapi
asalkan the people that you personally want to invite is there.
Yeah, but that will make a difference if you want 300 packs. Tapi tak apalah nak 1,000 je nak invite ni semua. Siapa keluarkan duit?
Betul.
Tak apa mak sponsor. Okay boleh. Kalau macam gitu cakap gitu, okay memang say lah. Nak 1,000 carry on mama, gitu for example lah. But if let's say you are already catered for 1,000 packs, and then you have a lot of free space, then of course that wouldn't be an issue, I believe. Nak bawa mak dia punya kawan punya anak punya lelaki ke apa, boleh bawa pasal ada space.
Kalau ada space.
But when it comes to a smaller packs, and then you don't have enough for everybody, then that would be an issue. But how are we going to tackle that issue is definitely communication with the parents lah. Pasal kalau betul-betul ma tak cukup tempat, can you understand a bit? I don't even know who this guy is. Dia nak kasih apa? Tapi kalau dia selalu kasih selalu kasih apa, duit salam 2,000. Bawa mak dia sekali. Tu mesti okey lah kan. Weh, mata duitan aku, astagfirullahalazim.
I don't know if I should share this. I think I just share. Later I think about it. If it's
You
not
want to
okay,
cut,
then
you
I
cut.
cut out.
Okay. I do the marking first.
Yeah. Okay, so our wedding is COVID wedding, right? So we had only 200 packs, 300 lah. 200 packs. So all the people that I want to invite was there, right? All my friends, my close friends and everything. But during nikah, I want certain people to be at my nikah. But why you laugh?
I know where this is going now. Now I know why you don't want to share.
But my mum insisted on having all my elders. All my mum punya adik-beradik, my father punya adik-beradik. So just strictly family members and all the older ones. And her argument, no, not argument, her reasoning she gave was because orang-orang tua ni kalau dia doakan, kita nak your nikah to be berkat, right? So we want all the elders to pray for you. So I'm like,
So
okay.
Fun fact is that during kita punya nikah, selalu nikah kan, the bridesmaid groomsmen ada kan. Dia kesian, bridesmaid dia datang second half je.
My bridesmaid wasn't able to be at my nikah.
So they walk in.
We
We had a video shoot. They walk in with the hantarans, the dulangs. Walk in the dulang. Okay, dah walk in, dah letak, dah ambil video shoot. Okay, tunggu kat waiting room sampai second half. Sedih
So
kan?
I was a bit sad about that. Then I tried to understand my mom's reasoning lah, but then okay. But I was still sad. But at the same time, right, I'm the type of person that every decision I make in my life, doesn't matter career ke, studies ke, whatever lah, I will always want my mom's punya restu.
Restu.
If my mom is happy, then I'm like, okay, fine. But I like a bit sad because my bridesmaid cannot be there during my nikah. So.
You know what? I have a feeling she will cut this out later.
Maybe I won't. Okay, moving on.
But did it answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, you also answered question 4.
Oh, is it?
Because question 4,
Oh.
how do we
Oh,
like politely reject their idea?
Kalau tak, mak stop.
Kena halau nanti.
Kau stop mak kau.
Because they can be quite like,
Insistent.
Yeah.
Persistent.
Then like they also
understand.
kalau if you say like macam tak cukup duit or something like that, they will say like I will pay or something. So how do you?
If they are like, if they are willing to pay, if they say tak apa, I will sponsor the rest. Then I will say okay. Pasal okay, the difference between the prices is generally for the food, from what I understand lah, and the venue. So, but at the same time, kalau maknya mampu untuk bayar the extra $10,000 for example, okay, I see no problem in it.
Yeah, that's why wedding preparations are very stressful, but usually not between the couple, but between
Everybody else.
yes, between the family.
So kalau korang let's say you face a problem kan, so dorang dengar podcast ni.
The most important thing is you both have to have each other's back lah. Whatever it is.
Whatever problems it is, kena work together. Always remember you are in this together.
Sorry.
Try your best. I mean, it will happen. There will be arguments. The apa nama dia? Cabaran tunang. Dugaan tunang. Yes. Bagus lah ni kita punya episode. Episode mana? Ada. Dia tahulah, he knows lah.
Dugaan
But
pertunangan.
there is dugaan pertunangan, and there are many forms of dugaan, and this is probably one of them lah. The people that is external that will affect us.
Okay, dah.
Lagi.
Okay, actually last question, but that we are tapping more towards like relationship in general. So is the road towards building a stable relationship only just by communication, or is there anything else?
Communication is important. It opens doors for a lot of opportunities to learn about relationship, but it should always come with actions. Communication comes with actions. Comes with the thing is you need to get the communication right. Okay, there are many types of communication. Body language is one of them. The words that we say, the tone that we use, right? So if you don't get this right, and if let's say people say aku berbual dengan dia apa, but tapi korang asyik bergaduh, that is communication still, right?
Yes.
But it's not the right communication. It's probably a toxic communication that's building. And then if you don't get this right at the start of the relationship, then you won't be able to progress to build a stable foundation. Yeah.
It's very easy to communicate during the good times. Bila you happy, bila everything is going well, it's very easy to communicate. But when shit hit the fan, when things gets rough, you need to find somebody that can communicate in those times as well.
Yeah.
So you need somebody to be able to be open to having tough conversations and really listen to each other and have each other's back.
Yeah.
So to me, communication is not just communication, like, because like I said, like it's very
Not
easy.
just about the good things.
Yeah, it's very easy to
This-
communicate.
this is
Senang
not
je nak
yang
cakap communicate kan.
Macam radio station tu cancel all the time.
Yeah, but during the hard times, that's when your relationship is tested lah. And if your communication is effective, then I think
You'll be better.
you can overcome.
Yeah, I
anything.
think like the previous episode of where the one that we shared stories from our listeners, right? They said that when they are faced with some problems that the guy got retrenched and things like that, I think that is for sure there wasn't good communication there, right? Because you can see that the moment there's a problem that is so huge, they fall apart just like that. So yeah, I mean, if let's say hari-hari kita berbual pasal how we love each other, every day we respect each other, we build that relationship based on that respect, the love, the care that we have. So when these things happen, you've already built enough foundation to weather the storm, right? Yeah. So when the storm comes, it might be the first time you're going through it together, but at least you know the love that you have is full. So you can it might shatter a bit of the shelter. It might take away a bit of the pain of the love, the pain ke apa, but with a strong enough foundation, you can rebuild it back again.
I think to add on pun, forgiveness is also important.
Yes, correct.
If you argue,
You step on my earpiece again.
minta maaf.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
forgiveness
yeah.
also is important
Mm.
because to lead this stable relationship, forgiveness is one of the things.
Yes.
Including communication lah. Because if you don't forgive, then macam nak move on.
Yeah.
Betul.
Eventually, to move forward, like what Hashirul said, to move forward, you need to forgive.
You have to,
Yeah. You have to
Yeah.
forgive. Yeah. So
because marriage is forever.
yeah. So the only reason why you won't be able to forgive is when you know it's ending already lah.
Yeah, correct. Few days ago, I scroll through TikTok lah.
Okay.
Then my algorithm is very random kan. Then pasal agama, tak salah. I came to cross to this like caption macam like, how many times do I need to forgive? Then ada the next slide cakap lah, as many times as Allah forgive you.
Yes.
Yeah, then I was like, it's very true lah.
Ini baru.
Cepat.
Yes.
I belajar.
Yeah, because I think my mom have told me this before. It's I think it's forgiveness and sabar.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, sabar.
Sarawak.
No. So dia cakap, my mom was asking me something. Ara pada pendapat
For a moment, I was like, you speaking Japanese? Ara.
Okay, so my mom asked me, do you think kesabaran tu ada tahap ke tidak? To you, your kesabaran got tahap or not?
Tahap is limit, right?
Yeah, is there a limit to your patience?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Is a natural punya answer as human beings, right?
Don't test my patience. People always
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
But then my mom said the true level of patience actually sebenarnya tak ada limit.
True.
Hmm.
That's very true.
You know, kita selalu cakap, kau jangan test aku punya patient, kau jangan test aku punya patient. But actually we all need to be a bit more patient as a ummah.
Yes.
A bit more patient, a bit more forgiving. Yes. And that applies to your partner as well. Because kita dua-dua tak perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all have done our own mistakes.
Kita apa? Kita manusia biasa.
Yeah. But you imagine today your partner does a mistake. And then you bilang dengan dia, you jangan test I punya patience I cannot forgive this, no. And then maybe a month later, however it is, you do a mistake. Would you want your partner to say the same thing to you? No, right? Because you're in this together. Yeah, so we all need to be a little bit more patient and
Because
forgiving.
you keep singing that we're all in this together. The moment you say we're all in this together, the song came out in my head.
Okay lah. Ya, tu jangan cakap.
Okay. This is something to do with love language. Love language is part of communication. How important it is really depends. But I find it important. And we talked about this before. Ingat tak episode tu? InsyaAllah ingat. Yeah. Love language is important in a sense that you allow you know what you need to feel loved. You communicate that with your partner. And then as for your partner as well, same thing. You need to know what your partner's language is for them to feel loved. Then if both of you can fulfill that sense of love, sense of communication, then insyaAllah tak ada masalah sangat lah. Yeah, of course, it will change along the way. You know, once I mean we have all of it, but which one gives us the feeling of loved the most? Yeah, so if we understand that from each other's,
how are you going to know your partner's love language? Communication.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything needs communication.
Yeah, see, there is the key. It's really the key. Yeah, and that's why I don't know how people can live in the same house under the same roof and not talk to each other. I wonder sometimes, like, do they love each other at all? You know, but Wallahu alam lah. I mean, maybe they communicate through like, I don't know. Everyone have their own form of communication. Yes, right. So kita doakan je lah pada siapa-siapa yang ada this kind of things. You know, asalkan kita tahu kita punya niat is to always fulfill our partner's love language, right? And also to fulfill our deens as a Muslim, then insyaAllah kita akan diberkati. Yeah, ada apa lagi kau nak share?
Is there any questions? No, that's all.
This is amazing.
Yeah, we hope you all have taken something away from this. Kita bukanlah mak bapak-bapak yang dah kahwin for like many years, but we have experiences that and lessons that we can share.
And I would like to reiterate to people who always say dorang masih kahwin 3 tahun je, masih muda. I would like to reiterate that this is working for us, and we want to cultivate this into a culture, into a habit that we can insyaAllah pursue for the rest of our lives, so that we'll always be happy and loving towards each other.
Yes.
InsyaAllah.
Yeah, so we'd like to thank
Hashiru,
Hashibi/Hashiru and Alia for coming today.
Yeah, thank you so much for the two of you for coming on to our podcast and for sharing, for being the first Gen Z in our podcast, and hopefully people will be able to resonate with whatever we shared today lah.
We are also thankful that you guys invite us lah.
Yeah. MashaAllah. You guys are lovely. I really love you guys. So thank you so much for even being here lah. For being in our lives basically. MashaAllah.
Supporting us.
Okay lah. So this episode is brought to you by Your Reno Works. So don't forget, if you want to use your line, I forgot.
Yes, so if you're looking for a reliable, trustworthy and dependable renovation company, contact them at what, Hashirul? 83837879.
Yeah, contact them at 83837879 or head over to their socials on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook at YOURRENOWORKS.
Yeah, so you can go down to their website
www.yourrenoworks.com. Yeah, so go get your dream house right now, and with that, let's wrap it up. Alright, we have come to the end of another recording with
Wow.
with such an amazing couple, Shirul and Lia.
Kita doakan yang
Doakan yang
baik-baik
terbaik,
saja
yes.
untuk dorang.
Yes, yes.
Everybody.
Jangan lupa
InsyaAllah,
kita
amin.
okay bila nak kahwin. InsyaAllah. And so if you like what you've heard, don't forget to like, share, subscribe on all of our socials.
Yes.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify.
Yes.
Rate our Spotify, like
Rate,
our
guys.
YouTube.
If
Share.
you guys haven't rate our Spotify, please do and subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes, subscribe. We're aiming for our first 1,000 YouTube subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe.
Ni dua-dua dah tadi mind blown.
Okay lah guys, till next time. See ya.
Yeah.